D.C. and raising money as a lobbyist, he'd be sitting in the back of his restaurant doing Ronald Reagan and oddly Dolph Lundgren.
Did you get to spend any time with him? Because I know he was released from prison this year.
I did. I know. I actually met him while he was still in prison. And spent about 6 hours with him.
So you clean at prisons as well? Do you want me to get you a Vicodin?
Yeah. You have any left? Fits with the weather out in Los Angeles.
Let me ask you a question. Do you prefer playing fictional characters, or do you prefer to make up your character?
I prefer making up realistic fake characters.
When you don't throw that at me, do you know how many times I've had nuts thrown at me? It's always embarrassing. But really, truthfully, do you like to play somebody? What's the difference between playing somebody like a historical figure, somebody who's a real person, versus playing somebody who's...
Well, I mean, in the case of Jack Aronoff, basically, I don't think people who live outside of the Beltway in Washington or who follow this story necessarily know who he is. So you don't feel an obligation to have to do an imitation of a guy like that. You can sort of play the way you feel. But if you're playing a historical figure that a lot of people know, then there is a kind of responsibility to get as close to that without necessarily doing an imitation as you can. I played a character named Bobby Darin in a film called Beyond the Sea, which I had to sing like Bobby.
Kate was just here last week. Kate Butler. She's adorable.
She was my MVP. Yeah, she was fantastic.
Yeah, she is. I was looking at her, I'm like, she's one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen.
Did she throw nuts in your face?
No, she's not like that, as you would know. She's not like that. She's a lot classier.
Well, I am.
Here we go. All right, I want to thank you for coming here.
I'm delighted.
It was nice to meet you. And I hope you don't feel too horrified after your experience.
No.
Casino Jack is in theaters now, everybody. We're going to be right back.